Jojo, what the fuck happened? Listen to me. I need you to listen to me very fucking carefully. Okay? You were a bystander, all right? Meaning that you could give me a very detailed, unbiased version of events of what actually happened, or you could try to bamboozle and manipulate me to protect certain individuals in this story and potentially put yourself at a risk of getting killed when I find out you lied to me. That's just the brutal truth of this.
All right, I'll tell you the whole thing from my perspective. So it was nighttime and like, there was a event going on the tablet. I was like, okay, does anyone want to do this? Larry goes, I don't feel like doing a fan event today. I was like, but I was like, we need to finish your thing. He goes, eh. And then Liya goes, we should try it. And then I don't know.
Fuck this rain, dude.
And then me and Liya decided to go do it. She asked me if like I'm cooking. I go, yeah, but not really. She goes, okay, so Larry's not showing any effort. You're gonna be the main cook for North. I said, okay. I didn't want to say no.
Yeah.
So we find the Fenton vehicle, get all the shit in it, and then I told her I need a funnel and I need a hot plate so I can actually start doing it. And then she gave me keys to a house in Sandy that's like right up the road from here, so I can do it out of there. Then we go back to the forge, and then I was with Bubbles at this time too, and I asked him to go get me water from inside if you guys had a faucet in there so I can, you know, start making ethanol. And then I call Larry, asking him if I can use his funnels and hot plate so I can, you know, speed up the process and get this done quickly as possible and find my shit. And then he freaked out. He was like very upset because I'm stepping on his shit. He goes, "You ain't touching my shit. I'm just my fence shit." I was like, "Oh, okay."
This is literally over nothing.
So then he hung up the phone. I think he tried to call Liya. He called me back, and he was still pissed. He says, like, "Where's Liya at?" I said, "She'll come back in like an hour or two." That's what she told me. And then, yeah, so he just got really pissed off on the phone, and then he came down to the forge, and then fucking Zahn was there.
Zahn? Who is Zahn? Is that the one we blotted out?
Zahn ZS?
Is he the
one? Yeah.
He's the one we blotted out?
That's the one I blooded out.
Okay, what was he doing there?
He had nothing to part of it. He was at the forge with some Epsilon guy.
Okay,
his name was Steve. Yeah, his name was Steve, and they were like talking about finding portals and shit. Anyhow, they needed to go inside to, you know, whatever. And then
he was there for some random ass reason.
Yeah, it's a stupid ass reason, but it was crazy that he was there because, yeah. Anyway, we told him to leave. Me, Bubbles told him to fucking leave. Bubbles had an AR out. I had my Deagle out, and we threatened him, and then he ran away. And then I get a call from Liya. Liya was telling me what's going on outside. I said just a bunch of argument. Larry's heated and shit. You just got to come talk to him. I don't know that you got to just know his side, not like. And then she goes, "You can tell him to come inside." She's doing weed at the time, planting weed, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then she comes out. So I told Larry to go inside. She was already walking out. I didn't know. And then they started arguing, like heated, bitches being thrown back and forth, words being crazy said. Larry pulls out his sweeper. I'm just standing there. Then Liya pulls out her sweeper. She aims it, points it, shoots, and then the conversation probably lasted 30 seconds.
But we gotta rewind, right? I need you to be as detailed. Larry pulled out his sweeper and then said what? What did he say when he pulled that gun out?
Oh my God, what did he say? He said, "You're taking this shit to your head. You gotta tone it down, bring it back to a 1."
Okay.
That's exactly what I think that's what he said.
And then what was her response as she proceeded to shoot him?
She just shot him. She pulled out the gun and shot him in the chest.
Okay, then continue your story.
Yeah, Bubbles then pulls out. Bubbles, like, I can hear in his voice, he felt like really like sad. He goes, "Oh, Liya, why did you do that?" Pulls out his AR and then just downs her. And I'm just standing there in awe, like, what the fuck?
Okay, at this point, was there any words being thrown around about ocean dumping Liya?
I don't remember, to be honest.
God,
There
Jojo,
probably
why you
was.
do
There's
this
a
to me,
lot
bro?
being said. They were still going at each other, being called bitches and shit.
Okay, so at this point, what happens? Once everybody's shut down, what is happening at this point?
They're just arguing on the floor, and then Bubbles is trying to like. Liya's saying, "Don't take him, take me." Larry's saying, "Take me, not her. Leave her behind." And then Bubbles goes, "I'm not leaving both y'all. I'm taking y'all with me."
Taking them where though? Now is he lying? Like, is he really gonna?
And then
okay,
yeah.
Jojo, I'm gonna
still
remind you
there.
again. If I find out you are lying to me, I will hunt you down and kill you.
Lang, I swear to God, this is everything that's happening. Then,
okay, continue.
Then Azazel was there. He was also in the Guardian the whole time, just sitting in the back seat.
Who is Azazel? Who is this?
He's Larry's friend.
Okay.
I guess he's part of the Knox family. Then Zahn just drives out outside the forge, seeing the bodies on the floor, and then he just drives out. And he for sure saw the whole thing and heard the gunshots.
Oh my god, wonderful! That's fucking wonderful.
Yeah. That's all that happened after that. I ran away with Bubbles. Bubbles got into Sophia's car. I mean, so Bubbles tracked down Sophia after like their car broke down right in front of the bodega. Apparently, there was so many people there. So, and I think Liya was screaming, saying, "Bubbles shot me," to everyone that was at Blarney's.
Yeah.
And then Sophia just took him to the hospital, and then me and Bubbles split off, and then we were just trying to just break down the whole thing. What the fuck just happened?
Okay. Were you there?
That's the dead honest truth.
Were you there when they spoke with Martin?
Marty, yeah.
What was the conversation there?
Right in front of the Yellow House.
Well, wherever you guys spoke, yeah.
Yeah, it was me. It was me, Larry, Bubbles, Marty, Azazel, and Leonard.
Okay.
Marty was saying how like if it kind of like if it was his like how do I put this? He was saying how if
JoJo's completely compromised, by the way.
Or the week, whatever, how that it wouldn't be a bad idea to stir some shit and get the people that you don't like blooded out. That was like he was trying to say.
So that's like the angle they're going for then.
I don't know if he's like messing around or whatever, but that's basically the gist of it. It was the whole story just got explained over and over again. It got the words got messed up. They were saying that Larry was putting his gun away, but he had his out the whole time.
Okay, some truth there. So he never put his gun away.
He never put his gun away, no. But they like spun it to like saying he was. I told Skip this whole story from my side.
Well, what's your opinion of all this? Where do you stand in this entire shit show?
I don't know. I just whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't mean this to happen. I thought Larry knew that I'm taking over because Liya said word for word, "You are now the full cook of North Cypress." So I thought that she told Larry that I'm doing it now, which is crazy because
let's remove all that for a second, right? Where does JoJo? Yeah. Okay, the guy who's gonna potentially be bought in, right? Where does he stand in all this? Like what What do you think you'll do next? You know, business as usual? You want out of this shit? Because you're in a very interesting position. Because you're not bought into this shit. You can walk away from this shit.
Yeah.
You know, without a bullet in the back of your head. Right?
Okay.
Assuming you don't, you know, do anything like fucking lie to my face.
Yeah, I'm not lying.
So what does JoJo stand on all this?
I kind of like what I've been doing with y'all. Not gonna lie. Been helping y'all with Blarneys. Blarneys is fine. I like doing that a lot. I like hanging out with Sab. Sab's cool. Boosting with y'all, and then just doing jobs. I don't know. That's basically. I like where I'm at. I don't want to be split off. I
And
like how things are going.
even if motherfuckers start dying left, right, and center.
Yeah. I kind of like where I'm at.
All right.
Is there anything else that stood out to you in the story that I could explain more?
I mean, for me, it's hard to tell if you're trying to, you know, cover up for the boys a bit, or if you just truly, you know, don't remember because so much shit happened at once. You know what I mean?
Yes, there was so much shit that happened. I was talking
Yeah.
to Skip yesterday too. He asked me the same thing you asked me about the ocean dumping shit.
Well, that is a very key part of info in this entire story.
I do not remember. It could have been said. There were so many words being said when they both shot each other.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I could see it just being an entire shit show, and it's shock value and trying to soak up everything that's being said is difficult. I get it. Okay. Where is Larry and Bubbles and all this after the entire shit show went down? What was their final like mental state?
They knew they were probably gonna get blooded out. They kept calling Liya like a she always does this shit. Like she did it back on 404. I don't know anything about that because I wasn't around.
Okay. All right, listen. Just keep your head down. Don't do anything fucking stupid. I got the survivor shit I gotta go to, so things are gonna be stalled out a bit. Just don't make things worse for yourself.
I'm just gonna probably just chill alone for a little bit.
Yeah. Just keep your head down. Keep working. All right.
Okay. Yep.
You probably need to call a cab too, because we gotta get the survivor. So.
Yeah, you good. Where can I watch it, by the way? I heard I can watch it.
You can watch it like.
I think you can just pull up.
You pull up and
I
watch.
can
I think maybe. Yeah. I'm
Oh,
not sure.
okay.
Yeah.
Some people did that yesterday, so.
All right.
Let's give Andy a call.
I bet.
All
All
right.
right.
Bye, JoJo.